15 unique Bible facts that might imply UFOs. 15 unique Bible facts that might imply UFOs with verse and description. Ezekiel 1:4-28. This passage describes a vision of God, who is surrounded by 4 creatures with 4 wings, 4 faces, and 4 wheels that are full of eyes. It is often interpreted to mean UFOs since the description is quite similar to modern descriptions of UFOs. Genesis 6:4. This verse states that the sons of God saw the daughters of men and took them as wives. It is sometimes interpreted as referring to aliens coming to Earth and interbreeding with humans. Job 1:14-19. This passage describes a wheel in the middle of the air that is described as having a voice of thunder and a pillar of fire. It is interpreted as a possible reference to a UFO. Deuteronomy 33:17. This verse describes God riding on a cherubim and flying upon the wings of the wind. Some have interpreted this as referring to a UFO. Exodus 24:10-11. This passage describes God's presence as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Isaiah 6:1-7. This passage describes a vision of God sitting upon a throne with 6 wings and a voice like thunder. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Daniel 7:2-14. This passage describes a vision of 4 beasts, each with 4 wings and 4 faces. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Jeremiah 4:13. This verse describes a whirlwind from the north with a cloud and fire inside it. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Ezekiel 10:1-22. This passage describes a vision of God with 4 creatures with 4 wings and 4 faces. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Isaiah 66:15. This verse describes God descending from heaven with a voice of thunder. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Isaiah 19:1. This verse describes a flying child that is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Numbers 24:17. This verse describes a star coming out of Jacob and a scepter rising out of Israel. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Ezekiel 1:15-21. This passage describes the 4 creatures with 4 wings and 4 faces. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Revelation 4:6-7. This passage describes 4 living creatures around the throne, each with 6 wings. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. Revelation 9:17. This verse describes a star falling from heaven to earth. It is interpreted by some as a reference to a UFO. What does the Bible say about UFOs? Bible, PDF, quiz, Bible versus UFOs, Bible verses that might imply UFOs. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, welcome to our family. View all posts.